Good morning, you are welcome to another beautiful edition of the show. The show is Perspective, and I'm Yinka Kenny, your host as usual. I hope we are all trying to keep safe. We are all trying to do as much as we can to make sure that all is well with us. This morning, I just want to start with the COVID-19 case update in Nigeria as at last night. And last night, as at 22nd of May 2020, we have 245 new cases confirmed in Nigeria as a whole. That was as at last night. The new cases, we have 245 new cases. We have a total confirmed cases in Nigeria has risen up to 7,261. We have discharged 2,007, and the total number of deaths in Nigeria is 221. However, the breakdown of the cases as at last night, the new cases we had as at last night is 131 in Lagos, 16 in Jigawa, 13 in Ogun, 12 in Borno, 9 in Kaduna and Oyo State. Rivers at Ebonyi also, they have 9 new cases. Also, we have in Kwara State 7, 5 in Katsina, 3 in Akwa Ibom and Sokoto each. We have in Bauchi and Yobe State, we have 2 new cases each. We have Anambra, Gombe, Niger, Ondo, Plateau, Federal Capital Territory, and the FCT, they've got, and Bayelsa, they've got 1 case each, and that is the total number of 245 new cases. That's the breakdown of the total number of the new cases we have in Nigeria. We just pray and hope that this will pass very, very soon. And also, we want to use the opportunity to say a big thank you to all that are doing all they can, working so hard to bring an end to this pandemic. We believe that all their efforts will not just go in vain. That's our prayer, and we pray that they are safe, because unfortunately somehow we are having a lot of our health workers, they are being infected by this disease. I hope that something will be done to curb this. You know that here on the show, if it happened, it's happening, it's being talked about. The show, the gist is here on the show, and you know that we always give you the update of what is happening around us. Last week I told you the story about the Benue index case of the COVID-19 index case in Benue, the drama that has been going back and forth between Mrs. Susan Idoko Okpe and the state governor and the Minister of Health. And finally, I want to tell you this morning that she's gone on to social media to say that she has been discharged. Maybe so we have come to the end of that drama. At least we can go to sleep, and everybody that has been saying one thing or the other concerning what is going on about that case can also go to sleep and go to rest. However, having said that, we're still on this issue of the coronavirus case. A lot of Nigerians, this is going to be our main story this morning. We have seen different videos going all over the social media. We have seen people saying that people in isolation, we've seen them dancing, having fun and doing all sorts. And a lot of people are saying that, is COVID-19 really in Nigeria? Is COVID-19 not a scam in Nigeria? A lot of, if you're a social media person, you will have seen a lot of things flying on in the social media. However, the NCDC boss has declared on a popular TV program that the COVID-19 patients seen in the videos playing and dancing, that it doesn't mean that they are not ill. He took his time to explain. He said that a lot of these patients are asymptomatic, and that is why, but it doesn't mean that they don't have the virus inside of them. He said when he was in China some months ago that in China they had to even put in places things that will make them feel lively, things like exercises, where they can have their dancing and all that. Why are they doing all this? He said that the reason for this is because the virus is in them, but it hasn't weakened their cells. That the virus does not necessarily work like every other disease. That in most cases, it doesn't weaken the cells of the person. It doesn't make the person physically ill. And that is why you have some people, they have the virus in them and they are still very active. But the essence of putting them in isolation is because they don't want, the government do not want the transmission to go on and on. Now, this is it. One time, the Commissioner of Health in Lagos State said that the greatest drug for COVID-19 is your immunity. That so it depends on the level of immunity that you have, or the level of immunity that I have, to fight against COVID-19. However, the reason that they are put in isolation is because if Mr. A might have COVID-19 and has a strong immunity and is not being, he has not broken down, is not physically weak, is not physically ill. But Mr. B, that happens to be a friend or a family or an acquaintance of Mr. A, might get COVID-19 from Mr. A. Unfortunately for Mr. B could have some underlying health situation, or his immunity might not be as strong as Mr. A. However, the COVID-19 will break Mr. B down. That is I hope I'm able to, on this show, we try not to speak too much grammar. We try to break it down. I hope I'm able to break it down for my viewers this morning, for you to understand the reason, the essence of the isolation. However, he's saying that the long and short of it all is that these people are ill, but this virus has not broken them down, but they need to be put in isolation so that this virus is not transmitted from person to person. However, he has said that the country would have even said, okay, those that are not physically ill should go on self-isolation so that there can be enough bed spaces for those that are physically ill. But he said, Nigerians, for what we are and who we are, our own peculiarity, he said that he knows that this is going to be counterproductive in the country. That is why once it has been confirmed that you are COVID-19 positive, you have to be on isolation by the government. That's by the NCDC boss. What's your perspective about this morning? My calls are coming in already. Okay, please do me the favor of putting the volume of your TV set down if you want to talk to me. And my first caller this morning, hello, thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling me from? Oh, sorry, I lost that call. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling me from? Okay, you can also send text messages and the WhatsApp messages, and I will definitely read your messages out. However, they say even when we talk of self-isolation, Nigerians, when we're even told to be on total lockdown, not self-isolation now, we were not even obeying. Talkers of, they will now say, okay, you have COVID-19, but you are not down. Go home. How is it going to work? So he's saying that Nigerians should stop saying that it's a scam, but there's a reason that they are being put there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Moise. I'm calling from Canada.
Can you please speak louder a bit? I can hardly hear you. Sorry, I didn't hear you, but I heard you said you were calling from Bagada. Good morning. I'm listening to your word. Very lovely. Thank you very much. You didn't tell me your name and you did not tell me where you were sending me the message from. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling me from this morning?
This is Sunday calling from Lagos.
Okay, what's your perspective about the NCDC boss this morning?
The thing I see there is that we all know that the coronavirus is there, but the rate the government is hiding the stuff is something we don't really understand.
Okay.
Because looking at the look of things, if you have to understand some of those states saying they record this also number, I doubt some of those states have even have COVID-19.
Wow, that's your own. That's your own.
That is another thing.
Okay.
The thing is not the way they are saying it. That is the fact. We don't have such number of COVID-19 in Nigeria. There is no need of government using one. They just want to use their advantage.
Okay.
They like making use of every little things.
All right, thank you so much for calling in. That's his own perspective, but I want to tell you that COVID-19 is real and is in Nigeria, and I know that the NCDC boss is doing all he can to explain to Nigerians the situation of things. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling me from this morning?
My name is Uche. I'm calling from Oworosheki.
Okay, thank you very much. What's your perspective this morning?
Yeah, let me start with the Sudan issue.
Okay.
From Benue.
Okay.
We were made to understand that when you have COVID-19, you have to be from incubation between 2 to 14 days.
Okay.
But this woman now spent approximately about 50-something days.
Yes.
When you look at it, when Nigerians begin to make some negative statements, you don't put the blames on Nigerians.
Okay.
Because we are a peculiar country, so people always say the way we reason things are far from different reasons. We won't spend 14 days and it's still under incarceration now. That's the way we now find it out. After 14 days, nothing show. And the other side of it, that people do their result test and the result is not given today, you only tag them as coronavirus patients. It's very funny. I should still be able to see my result and confirm with my own self that yes, true, this is what it is. If I should come out, I can tell people that this is in existence. 90% of Nigerians does not believe that it's in existence. But we only believe the government order. Social distance, put on your face mask for our own safety. I know it is. But the government should be able to come out in a plain way. Let's have the exact number they are giving us. I am even amazed with the number they are giving us. That is what is in Nigeria. I must start to tell you.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your perspective this morning. However, we should know that the government cannot bring to the public who is positive or not without the person's consent. I should be able to give my consent before my name or my personality is taken to the public. As long as people do not want their personality to be thrown to the public, the government cannot bring them. The government can only tell us the number of cases we have. They cannot bring the cases to 4. However, I have a message from Ozomata Ikorodu. How are NCDC coming up with this data? Are they testing people in their homes or hospital? How do we believe them when there is lockdown and data keep increasing daily? There is no full lockdown. We are on partial lockdown, and everybody has been, all we have is a curfew that is on now. And I tell you that the figures they give people, they have test centers all over, and they are running tests all over. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning. My name is Joseph. I'm speaking from Badagry.
Oh, thank you, Joseph from Badagry. What's your perspective this morning?
My perspective on this coronavirus is I'm seriously concerned about those that have been tested at the isolation centers. Hello?
I'm with you.
Yeah, day in, day out, we do hear that today 195, 300 are being tested, either positive or negative. At the end of the day, we do hear that, okay, like 100 are being discharged after tested positive and they've been cured, or I think they are now okay. So what are the drugs being used? What are the vaccines being used? Why are those vaccines not being used? Why are they not taken into consideration for the total solution of coronavirus in Nigeria?
All right, thank you very much for your perspective. Well, they are testing. We have seen people that have gone in and have come out. I know that there was a case of a particular woman that came out and she was giving us the account of what happened. But I still maintain that the government would not disclose anybody's personality without their consent. As long as people do not want their personalities to be disclosed, then their personalities will not be disclosed. I have a lot of text messages here. I can just take a few. Mr. Isa Mohammed from Lagos: I have been hearing the figure of coronavirus increasing every day, but I have not seen a victim on the television who is seriously affected. Only empty beds is seen. We know. Let me just give you an example here. The chief of staff of the Federation died of COVID-19. I don't know if that is enough for you to believe. And a lot of people are there, and like I said, that it is at their own discretion for them to come to the public or not. They don't. The government does not have to disclose anybody's health status. Okay, let me pick this one last call before I go to my next story. Hello, good morning. I'm sorry I lost that call. Another one this morning. If you want to call me, please put down the volume of your TV set so that you can hear me through the phone and not through the TV set. Okay, my perspective is the efforts of NCDC focus only on WHO decision to determine what can cure COVID-19. The treatment should be made open to any possible means of treatment, white or black man medicine. We should be left to approach care with what we have. What do you think? That's a message from Kunle Aja. That's their own perspective this morning. Anyway, my name is Oluwabukola Ogunje from Ogun State. I once believed we really have the virus in Nigeria, but looking at it seriously, there is no testimony regarding recovery. I'm sure you have not been following the news. If you have been following the news, you would have heard one or two testimonies of recovery. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
Hello, Abdulaziz from Aja.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in. Quickly, let me hear your perspective.
Good morning. I just would like to ask you a question. So, the COVID-19, they said if you have COVID-19, at least it will take at least 14 days before you are detected that you have COVID-19. But now, when you go to hospital, just for instance, you just say your results will be tested positive instantly without even say you should go to the isolation center for 14 days. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, you were talking about being isolated for 14 days. You know, to every rule there are exceptions. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical personnel. I only read the news out to you the way the news unfolds. But information I have is that you go for self-isolation if you are suspected, and if you are confirmed, you are quarantined and you are being taken care of. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be 14 days. Article Son spent 40 days in the hospital before he got well. So we should be informed. However, I want to go on to another story this morning. 18-year-old girl that got married. Her name is Salman Azan. It was in the news. She has come to explain what happened. She had to stab her husband to death after, I think it was 11 days after their marriage. She stabbed her husband to death. Unfortunately, what she said was that the man came to her 11 days after marriage to have an intercourse with her, and she refused, and the next thing he did was to hit her. She said she actually didn't mean to kill this man, that all she did was she picked the knife and stabbed him. She said it was a slight stabbing, that she just wanted to release herself from him, that she necessarily did not mean to kill him. But unfortunately, her husband is dead. This is a serious matter. Someone was asking me some days ago that why would she refuse her husband since she's married? Anyway, she has a choice to say yes or no, but she went to the extreme, having to pick a knife, and I was surprised. She said it was just meant to be stabbing him slightly. How would you want to stab anybody, even if it's not your spouse, slightly? To what extent? The man is dead. It's just an unfortunate. That was an unfortunate incident. It's a pity. It happened during the week. I also have a message here. My name is Idris Edi Kuso from Niger State. We know COVID-19 is real, but NCDC are using the advantage of COVID-19, adding numbers. Well, that's your own opinion. That's your own perspective. My perspective is the efforts of. Okay, I've gotten your message, Kunle from Aja. I think I have read your message. Thank you, everybody, for sending in your messages. I have another one. Good morning. My concern is that those tested positive after isolation period, NCDC will discharge, and after treatment, what are the treatments given? Nigerians, they have been asking of what treatments they have been giving to people. However, that's where I draw the curtain there on the stories this morning. Quickly, you know that I will not leave without telling you what's happening on social media. This morning on social media, quickly, I want to go to the tweets on social media this morning. And I have the first tweet with me. Senator Shehu Sani is saying the world must learn from the tragic experience of this pandemic. All will be doomed the next time. Countries that allocate and spend billions in defense and peanuts on health must now reset to include viruses as one of its potential foreign enemies or national security threats. That was by Senator Shehu Sani. Also, Reno Omokri is saying that don't compare your situation with others. What you carry is not what they are carrying. Some people are pregnant with rabbits and their gestation is 3 weeks. You are pregnant with an elephant. Your gestation is 2 years. Your time will definitely come. That one is very, very, very true. Dr. Charles Omole is saying that don't wear yourself out trying to get them to like you. Stop changing who you are. Stop shrinking yourself to fit in. Being too much for some people means they are not your people. So just keep moving and growing. Beyond those that can cope with you are your tribe. Your perfect fit. That's a good word for anybody out there. And Senator Shehu Sani is saying again that NNPC to build 6 hospitals, that is commendable. But it should also be reminded that its 4 refineries have been out of service for years now. I hope they will listen and hear you. Probably they should leave hospitals for those that are building it and help us with our refineries. We think we need that. And my last tweet this morning, that's from Abdul Kabir Ojulari, mentality of the poor. They believe money defines happiness. Work on your compatibility and find someone will forever be happy with you through thick and thin. Love is sweet word for those who understand. Love is not blind. It is more, but willing to see less. Oh, that's a good one from one of our tweets this morning. I hope somebody is being encouraged this morning, and that's why I call it a wrap this morning. But before I go, everybody has been telling me COVID-19, is it real? Is it here in Nigeria? Yes, COVID-19 is real. It's in Nigeria, and you owe yourself a responsibility to keep yourself safe, to keep your family, for yourself and for your friends and loved ones. Before I go, I want to pay tribute to the legendary highlife musician who passed on during the week, Dr. Victor Olaya. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Till I come your way, same station, same time next week. I am Yinka Ken. Thank you.